Hey everyone, justcar-ing here. Welcome back to another Greenville video. Before we get started on today's video, I just want to say that I've got a little cold, so if you guys hear anything different in the voice, that should explain it. Also, before we get started on today's video, be sure to just leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You don't have to, but it helps out a lot. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on to today's video. So this video is about basically 3 cars that just nobody knows about, and when I say nobody knows about, I just never see these cars in a Greenville server. And yeah, let's move on to car number 1. So car number 1 is the 2012 Porsche Cayenne S. This is a all-wheel drive trim because it is winter out. Just get a little bit more grip. And personally, I really like this car. This car is a fantastic daily driver, and this car does have the luxury pass. With the price that this car is at and the performance that it puts out, this is a really fantastic car, and I really like it. So let's take this thing out for a drive, and I'll show you guys what it can do. So first of all, very nice startup sound. And this car does not have a manual option, but it does have a semi-automatic option, so you guys can shift that in semi. Let's see if I can. And I will say that I didn't actually notice this before, but the suspension on this isn't bad. Like, look at that. Look at that articulation. Very nice. But when you flip it into the semi-automatic function, and we'll just give this thing a little gas. It really does. It picks up for an SUV, I'll say that for sure. And it's fun to drive, too. For a base model, it's a lot of fun. And the main secret about this car is it can get up to about 170 miles an hour, which is really quick for something that's like $22,000. And yeah, it's getting there. 168 miles an hour. And to put that into comparison, the Cayenne S can only go like 176. So that's what, 8 miles an hour faster than this, which isn't that significant. So yeah, but this car is actually a whole lot of fun, and I really like it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to car number 2. So car number 2 is this beautiful 2022 Subaru Outback, and this is the highest trim. This is like the wilderness trim or something, or it says Rockies on there. I guess it's a Rockies trim. But let's just take a moment to admire how good this car looks. I mean, this car looks fantastic. I live in Colorado, and this car is just absolutely perfect for the Colorado type of terrain that we have. But like everything between like the yellow trim on the roof rack and on the back here to just this gray trim that goes up and along here, it just looks so fantastic. And I think this might be one of the best looking cars in Greenville, I will say that for sure. So yeah, let's hop in this car and take a look at how it performs. So this car has pretty close to 300 horsepower, and for a wagon, that's really significant. But if you get this thing in semi-automatic, it really picks up, like really picks up. And it does have 8 speeds as well, which is really good actually compared to some of the 5 speeds that are in the other Subaru Outbacks. But yeah, let's just give this thing a little gas, and I'll show you guys how quick it is for a car without a pass. So the shifting is a little bit slow, but like if you're looking down at the speedometer, this car goes crazy quick. Up to the 123 miles an hour it goes. But having 8 speeds really helps when you're up in the higher terrain. So yeah, overall this car is actually pretty quick. It would make a fantastic roleplay car, especially in the winter time, because it has all-wheel drive. And yeah, I personally really like this vehicle. Just in terms of how it looks fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to third and final car. Our third and final car is the 2017 Ford Focus RS. And this is not the coupe, which most people are assuming. This is the sedan. And I will say this car is pretty unexpected. It's basically just a car for if you want a quick car with a turbocharger. It does have a turbo in it, and I think it makes about 350 horsepower. And this car actually has one very special secret, and we'll get into that when I drive, or when we take this car on a drive. But just let's take a look at this wing. This wing looks really cool. It's actually very, if not the exact same as the WRX wing. So this car pretty much is a knockoff WRX, and it would also double as a rally car as well. But it's also pretty narrow too, which, you know, I think that's like the only flaw. I don't like how narrow it is. It looks a little off. But this car is a very, very special car for one particular reason, and yeah, let's get into that reason. So once you get in, you have all your typical Ford Focus RS, like the coupe version. You've got the turbo and the flames, and this car spits some pretty mean flames. But the most significant part about this car is it actually has all-wheel drive, which means that this car is officially just a knockoff WRX. So if you guys are looking for something that, like, personally, I don't like the new WRX. It just doesn't sound right. It sounds like some of the BMWs, and yeah, I just don't like it. I think it's a little outdated. This car is a definite alternative, and you get this sweet WRX wing in the back. But I'm not even sure this car exists. Like, actually, I think it's just the hatchback predecessor. But this car is actually really, really sweet, and having that all-wheel drive makes it pretty good in the wintertime. Give it a launch real quick. Clutch dump. Oh. And it's really quick. Probably 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. But yeah, So those are the 3 cars that you should probably buy because nobody knows about them. So if you're in a Greenville server and you're doing a car meet or a car show for any reason, bring one of these cars because you'll be the only one who has them. So I personally really like all these cars, especially the Cayenne. I think I'm gonna keep the Cayenne. So thank you guys so much for watching this Greenville video. I hope this video was helpful or informative, and I will see you guys next time I film.